Every sunrise gives you and gives everyone a new day to do better than we did the previous day. Good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talk Sports on Global Television, live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on StarTimes, channel 276. It's the Mayor of Sports, Fidelix Inyagwena is my name, and today on Talk Sports, we are going to be focusing on the rise to stardom. Fridays like this, we get to look at the rise to stardom of different athletes, footballers, anyone in the world of sports. Today, our focus is on a particular football player. We move from this rise to stardom. We are going to be looking at Remember Your Roots by Kaiba leaving Rangers, Ryan Giggs to face retrial for assault on ex-partner. Then we look at speculations. These we'll look at when we return from this quick time out. Stay jiggy. Welcome back, and straight away we are moving and looking at the first we have from our talk angles. The main focus for today, rise to stardom. We have seen in recent times the likes of Andre Onana, Zambo, and Winsa going back home, going back to the roots, going back to where the old journey began, where they started from. In recent times, we've seen these two players doing this, and now going back to the streets that made them. Someone has followed suit. Right now is the Super Eagles talisman Victor Osimhen. The Capo Cannonieri winner is utilizing the holidays very well, making the very best of it by visiting the slum. The Napoli man remembers the streets that made him, and he has returned back to the slums that designed and defined who and what he is at the moment. No time for any episode. I will just allow you to take a sneak peek at some of these clips make it round for the 24-year-old. And when we return, we'll not get to discuss this young man after that. Stay put. The man Osimhen right there in Lagos State, Olusosun community, and visited several places just like Bukayo Saka did a few weeks back. This time around, we are seeing Osimhen coming back to the very streets, the suburb, the communities around, not just one that built him, that designed him, and got him to where he is right now. The 24-year-old who is ranked the most valuable African player in the world right now returned to his primary school, Olusosun Primary School, to see the final of Osimhen Super Cup, to discover talents like he was discovered. Aside paying a courtesy visit to his primary school that he used to attend way back, he also paid another courtesy visit to Oregon community at Ikeja in Lagos, and it didn't stop there. Osimhen spent 2 solid days 2 whole days in this suburb, in this community, the very house he stayed while he was coming up, while he was growing up, and he was playing the hand leather game in the streets. He stayed 2 solid whole days with these people in the wood that made him, of setting school levies in the process. He didn't just spend time with them. He went ahead to offset bills, school levies, hospital bills, and he facilitated several financial empowerment to families in the wood, looking for a way to give back to the society. It's a big one for this young man. He will not leave Osimhen just like that. We move from the visit to the suburb. I will go straight to some wonderful goals that this young man scored in just recent past, winning the Scudetto, getting the Capocanore award in the process, and becoming a household name not just in Italy but globally. Osimhen, that's all we hear these days. He's even having songs in his name. Enjoy this clip. I'll be right back. Osimhen winning the Capocanoniere, and that's just it. You have seen along the line. We will get back to Osimhen, and you are seeing him donning the Nigerian flag with all sense of belonging, all sense of pride, going out to receive his medal after winning the Scudetto. A big one for the young man, a big one for Napoli, and it's getting more interesting because right now, breaking several goals, breaking records, and setting some in the process, and becoming the first African to be winning the Scudetto is a big one for this young man. And we are looking at the first Nigerian, first African, who is now becoming more valuable than several foreign-based players. Is competing, gradually getting to the rank of players like Erling Haaland. Just like Erling Haaland is the most valuable player right now globally, Osimhen is the one continental-wise, African-wise, is the most valuable player. We move from the man, the boss, Osimhen, to the next story we have, and that's Mike Kaiba. Coach Abdul Mike Kaiba has called it quit with Nigerian Premier League football side Rangers International FC, the one people popularly call Enugu Rangers. Mike Kaiba came on board just 2 seasons ago, leading the Rangers to an 8th place finish in the just concluded league season. The GAF had disclosed this at the end of the season gathering of players, coaches, management, and backroom staff at the players' camp, the Punkiti Road Independence Layout in Enugu State just yesterday, and citing family pressure as the major reason why he will not be willing to stay put with the Enugu-based club, and shortly after seeing the side losing the Federation Cup final to Monday Odighia's Bender Insurance just a few days ago. The former Wiki Tourist and Aqua United as well as Pechi United coach expressed his gratitude for the opportunity given to serve, and says Rangers will continually remain in his heart. Meanwhile, speculations are already linking the Pechi United head coach Fidelis Ileshuku with the Rangers job. Mike Kaiba is just leaving, they're already looking for a replacement. Is it proactiveness, or is it just that some people have been going for the job of Mike Kaiba all this while? Fidelis Ileshuku is the one that is being considered to be taking over very, very soon from Mike Kaiba, now that he has called it quit from Rangers. And moving from Rangers, and straight away we are going to the next one, and it's a big one, Ryan Giggs. Yesterday, with my guest that I had on set with me in the studio right here, the person of Miss Teresa, we discussed Donny Alves, the saga, the sexual assault saga that has been dragged on. They've been dragging this on since January this year, while he was arrested 20th January precisely, and in a bid to attend the mother-in-law's funeral, he was arrested. And since he has been in custody, the case has been dragged on till now, and just yesterday we discussed that same issue right here in the studio, and now there is another one again. If it's not a case of divorce, it's a case of assault. It's just one problem or the other. Former Manchester United and Wales player Ryan Giggs is set for a retrial, and a new hearing date has been fixed. Giggs is the former, it has been, is on record, is right now report has it that he assaulted the former partner, Kate Greville, and he is reported to have even assaulted the sister as well, the sister of the ex-partner, the younger sister, Emma. And with the former judge who was handling the case unable to come to a decision during a pre-trial, the judge has since been dropped since August 2022. Giggs failed to turn up at the Manchester Crown Court for a pre-trial hearing prior to the retrial that will come later on the 31st of July, with several legal discussions unfinished and unresolved. Judge Hilary Malley has now fixed a new date, which is 6th July, for a further hearing on this case. The current manager of Wales national team, which is Ryan Giggs that we are discussing right now, played for Manchester United from 1990 to 2014 and remains the most decorated Englishman till date, even when he's no longer playing. He's the current coach of Wales and winning 13 Premier League titles, in the process 2 Champions League trophies, 4 FA Cup trophies, 3 League Cups, a big one for Ryan Giggs. Right now, he is being dragged on the same path of several other controversial issues stemming from assault, battery, or whatsoever. Is he going to get out of this like some lucky ones they have done? Dani Alves' fate, he doesn't know at the moment. And if found guilty, though he has come out yesterday to say he is not guilty, if he is found guilty or if he does not get vindicated, according to his statement, appealing to the lady in question to come out, let the conscience just talk to her so that she will come out and say he is not guilty as thought about at the moment. If Dani Alves is not found to be innocent and is found guilty, he may likely spend up to 12 years in prison. He will be imprisoned for about 12 years, and that is a big blow for one of the most decorated players we have in the world today. What is going on with footballers and assaults? What is going on with these guys? We don't really see this in other sports. It's mainly and dominantly in football. Is this ending anytime soon? We get to find out. In the world of sports this morning, we'll be taking a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue from there. Stay put. Alright, welcome back. It's to Talk Sports with the Mayor of Sport in Global Television. And we move right away. We've discussed this morning, but we said something about Mike Caraba. We said something about Seaman that we will bring back to you in a short while. And we just saw that allegation against Ryan Giggs, the Welsh man facing controversial issues, and him not reporting to court has caused him another serious problem. Is he going to get out of this? We don't know. Move away to speculations, the world of speculations at this minute, and we have several ongoing. Before we get to the most recent ones, we'll start off with Angel Di Maria being at the verge of returning back to Benfica after about 13 years, with the deal imminent and reported to be until June 2024. Benfica president Rui Costa no doubt will be eager to see the former Real Madrid and Manchester United man joining. And from there we look at Gundogan, who has now joined Barcelona as a free agent on a 3-year contract with an option of a further year. We move from there to Edin Dzeko, who has moved to Fenerbahce, and Mason Mount, who is also on the radar of Manchester United. Will he get it, or is it Sandro Tonali that Newcastle they are bidding for, and Kai Havertz joining Arsenal? Is it a big one for Arsenal signing Kai Havertz? Is it a big one? Is it a good one? Some persons were expecting the deal of Declan Rice to be sealed, completed, signed before any other deal will come in. Unfortunately, they are still battling it out, and just yesterday we are seeing Manchester City, who have allowed Gundogan to join Barcelona, and it's a big one for Barcelona, looking at the fact that Busquets is no longer there, and it will be a very good replacement. Gundogan is experienced, is vast, so it's a big one that they have gone. Now that they have gone, while still pursuing the signature of Kovacic from Chelsea, they are already looking at Declan Rice, and now from Declan Rice we are seeing Arsenal now in the battle with Manchester City to get Declan Rice. Calvin Phillips is on the radar of Bayern Munich, Julian Timber, and Arsenal are almost coming to the final stages of the deal. Will Arsenal be able to bring in Julian Timber from Ajax, or will they be able to bring Declan Rice? With Declan Rice pick Manchester City over Arsenal? These are some of the speculations we are following at the moment. How long will this saga continue? We are waiting to see. In the world of sports this morning, I wrap up by saying grudges are for those who insist that they are owed something. Forgiveness, however, is for those who are substantial enough to move on. Move on is the best thing you do for yourself. Stay jiggy, stay woke. We'll go back to Victor Osimhen, and peace out for now.
Parte sportiva, direttore sportivo, Cristiano Giuntoli. Magen most Osimhen oggi Osimhen Magen mo amuna da portan terra Magen mo didime mo ci vo a portan en attaquant les pinceaux, Antoine Griezmann, même au milieu de terrain, Antoine Griezmann.